أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Another lesson, istighatha, seeking assistance from Allah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, after he prepared the army and trained them and lined them up and gave them his instructions and chose the best location, after all of that, he went aside and he started making dua. And that is the meaning of tawakkul. Tawakkul means that you do your best, you exhaust the worldly means, and then you depend on Allah Azza wa Jal. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he did his best in terms of everything that he was capable of doing in this world, in terms of preparing for this battle. And after that, he started making dua to Allah Azza wa Jal. So don't think that Allah will give you victory if you sit at home, comfortable on your couch, and just raise your hands and say, "Oh Allah, give me victory, oh Allah, give them victory, oh Allah, give the Muslim Ummah victory." You have to stand up and do something. You have to do your best, and then you ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give you. And this applies to everything. This is the issue of tawakkul. You know, some people have an understanding of tawakkul that is not really tawakkul, it is what is called tawakkul. Like those whom were walking lazily, you know, pretending as if they are zuhad. And Umar ibn Khattab saw them, he said, "Who are these?" They said, "These are al-mutawakkilun. These are the ones who have tawakkul on Allah." So he went and beat them with his stick and said, "You know that the sky doesn't rain gold and silver. You have to go out and work." So the meaning of tawakkul is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the hadith. He said, if you have the right tawakkul on Allah, Allah will give you, provide for you, like He provides for the birds. They leave in the morning hungry and they come back at evening full. So here the birds didn't stay at home. They went out, worked for the entire day. And that is the meaning of tawakkul. So tawakkul is, you do your best, but you do not depend on your effort. You do not depend on your intelligence. You do not depend on anything in this world, but you depend on Allah. So yes, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam prepared the army. Yes, he lined them up. Yes, he gave them instructions, but he didn't depend on that. He went aside and he started making dua, and he was so involved in the dua, and the dua was so long. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu felt sorry for him and said, "Oh Rasulullah, that's enough. Allah will give you what He promised you. Allah already promised you." So we have to have istighatha on Allah Azza wa Jal, depend on Allah Azza wa Jal, but we also have to do our best. So we don't just do our best and then forget about the dua, and we don't just do the dua and forget about doing our best. They both go hand in hand.